Alright, so here we go. Ooh, Polsaar getting on 13.
It's not easy to do.
Yeah, a pretty good start from him.
Alright, right now Polsaar is in the lead by about 3 seconds.
Yeah. Both runners having a pretty good start so far. But Polsaar just excels at this level, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Time that Konasumi got was not bad, but Polsaar just goes above and beyond on that level.
Yeah.
All these early levels Polsaar's actually really good at. This next level they're going to is, for me, probably one of the harder levels in the run. Just, I don't even know why. Just hard.
Yeah, it's hard to optimize him, to be honest.
I swear it always looks good to me, and I'm always like 10 seconds off, so... What both runners just did there was a ticket to ball. If you grab a ticket while you're in your invincibility frames from taking damage, it just gives you 2 tickets. I don't understand it at all, but it works.
Yeah, as long as you're flashing from taking damage and you grab a ticket, she will pick it up twice for some reason.
It's a long cutscene, so you can sort of just mess around in it. So this part's almost like an auto-scroller. You have to wait for this Mafia guy to get to each spot, and he'll give you pawns. Just randomly drop between 3 and 5. Obviously, the more the better, but it's not terrible if you get bad luck with these pawns. It's gonna be only a couple seconds later on, ideally, unless you miss a lot.
Yeah, I think ideally you won at least 30 pounds out of this level.
That's the number I usually go for.
Polsaar getting a 121. That's really, really good.
Konasumi got a 126, which also isn't bad. It's just not on the level Polsaar plays at for especially these early levels. So coming up, it's going to be like a 30-second, 45-second auto-scroller type. As soon as they kill these 4 Mafia guys, we're just going to be waiting for them to throw barrels. I wish there's a way to throw it up. It's kind of boring, but
yeah, it's essentially an auto-scroller.
if it was later in the run, I could use it to check notifications, but it's so early that I pretty much have it all checked from before I start the run.
Yeah, so both runners now are gonna stand in this particular spot that for some reason the barrels can't hit her. There's like an invisible roof on top of her.
I think they just bounce off of the barrels that you're standing behind.
Yeah.
In front of. Something wrong with Konasumi's game. He's already gotten hit twice. For some reason, you can just get hit. Like they stop bouncing and you just get hit.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. I don't know. That's a glitch. I don't know when it happens, but it's weird.
It's rare, so it's not something to really need to look into that much. Polsaar's been on fire for these early levels.
Yeah, Polsaar looking really good in the start. This is looking very good for him.
Alright, so this next level is the first of a few actual bosses that we do on the run. I don't know if you want to count all of them as actual bosses, but technically they are. This is one of the more... there's two major instances of RNG in the run in terms of time saver loss. This is one of them. It just depends with what attacks the boss at the end decides to do. Right there, you can get double hit on those Mafia guys and hit two of them at once, but it's kind of hard. So coming up is going to be fight. We call it fight skip. We're just going to be skipping a quick cutscene of zooming in on the Mafia boss and a quick mini fight with two Mafia guys. If you just climb up here and just jump on top of these railings, you can just jump right over all the triggers.
Alright, so like she said before, this battle is essentially RNG. So, and it depends on the Mafia guy giving you the sandbag attack that he just did. The best RNG the players can get is a 2-2, which is him doing the sandbag attacks twice, and also him getting angry twice. And the worst RNG you can get is 4-4. That loses, I think, 14 seconds in total.
14, 15, somewhere around there. So, it's enough to make a difference, but it's not like... At least for... Unless you're like top level, it won't really kill a run.
Yeah. Also getting a 3 cycle. I think Kona as well?
Wasn't counting.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's hard to pay attention when you're the one actually playing.
Yeah.
I'm streaming. Half the time I just ask chat to tell me how many I had. Usually no one knows.
What both players did there was a quick kill. That is essentially just go forward, go to the right and just hold the bird hat potion attack. You don't do anything more than that and he will die.
You just have to make sure that he's on the left side before he jumps over.
Yeah.
For some reason that makes it at the very least more consistent. I understand absolutely nothing about that quick kill, just that it's easy and it works.
And it says like a minute and a half. The second part of the fight is pretty annoying, to be honest. Yeah,
if we had to actually do that fight, I'm not gonna lie, I potentially might have died, especially when I first started. So here there might be a slight route change. These next two levels can be done in either order. Alright, so it looks like they are both doing Golden Vault first. They're doing different strategies for it, but it is the same level.
Polsaar going for the duplication tick glitch that saves, I think, 7 or 8 seconds to do it.
I heard 8, although I don't know if it's changed since we got more optimized.
Yeah, it's probably more now. Kona doing the old strat that you go to get the ticket that is to the left instead of going to the right.
It's a lot more consistent. It's slower, but it's so much easier.
Yeah, definitely so much easier.
Alright, so now both players will be doing the first time rift of the run, sewers. Time rifts are sort of like the secrets from Mario Sunshine. Most of them are very cycle based. This one is no exception. Just seeing if they can go for the early cycle or the second cycle. It's about a 4-second difference depending on which one you go for. Looks like Polsaar's going for the fastest cycle. What really matters is whether you make it onto the spinning block at the end or not. Alright, Polsaar got it. It's not a hard cycle to make per se, but it can be annoying to learn. You see Konasumi going for the slower cycle, which is a lot more lenient.
Yeah, it's way more lenient. But at least it's like 3 or 2 seconds, I think.
I think it's about 4. You can get a 32 with a fast cycle and a 36 with this one. If you can get a 35 with this, I'm done. Honestly, I can't squeeze another second out of this level. So in the past, like, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, games actually changed quite a bit. So, first difference is that you'll see Polsaar going straight forward instead of to the right. Guessing that Konasumi will be going for the older strat.
Yeah, this is a pretty new route. Yeah, Kona's going for the old route.
I don't even know exactly what the time difference is, but I think it's like 5 seconds or something. But you see they both went to this chest right where Kona is now. And they picked up a relic, which is about I don't know, from the past week, I think we added that.
Yeah, since the new route came around.
I lost track of time once summer started.
I think it's been like 2 weeks since the new route was implemented.
Maybe. It's not that old, either way.
Yeah, we used to do this actually a long time ago. Like I think on the first route for any percent. But then it got routed out, and now it got routed back again because of a recent glitch discovered by Doka that we can perform a quick heal on Toilet of Doom.
Right here, where Polsaar is trying to set up a clip into this faucet thing. It's very inconsistent. Well, for me anyways.
No, it's pretty consistent actually. You just need to get the... Oh, okay,
that was close.
That was really scary. It's very consistent. As long as you like grab the faucet, then try to do the clip. Otherwise, it's inconsistent.
I've been doing ATP, and I'm pretty sure Strat's slower for that anyway, so... Or at the very least, it's much harder. That's not worth it. Well, honestly, I think this has been the worst level for Polsaar so far, unless you count RNG from Down with the Mafia.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it could have been a lot better.
Okay, well apparently you can get 35 on sewers with the slow cycle. Alright, well I'm just bad apparently. But it still is a 4-second difference apparently. Agreed, RNG is basically skill.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So right now we're doing the final level in Mafia Town for right now. We'll be coming back, but we sort of just spent every pawn we had for heating up, and now we need more. So when we have enough, we'll be back. Also doing one of the hardest rift entries in the game.
Yeah, the entrance can be very, very tricky.
It feels simple, but it's just so easy to mess up. Polsaar almost getting the sub 12 Mafia Town.
pretty good, to be honest.
Still like 20 something seconds
For our
faster than my
race, I
best.
think that was pretty good.
Mafia Town's one of the hardest worlds in the game, so get anything close to a good time in a race is really good.
I would say Battle of the Birds is harder, but since the new route, I would say yeah.
We don't do Battle of the Birds pretty much.
Yeah.
Train Rush is the only. Well, Train Rush and Now Express are the only real hard levels
it used
left.
to be the hardest in my opinion, but nowadays is not. So Polsaar now just stuck to Cooking Guy to get the second relic that he's gonna use on Kona to craft the relic after they're done with chapter 3.
No, I don't even know. Can you get that relic without talking to Cooking Cat?
I think you can. But
Because I
think
know
it will be slower.
you collect
I'm not
like
entirely
the other.
sure.
I know you collect the other 11 first if you should go collecting relics, but I've never collected the 12th. I don't know if it would give you.
No, I actually don't know. Maybe someone will check and answer that for us because I'm actually.
I mean, it would be. Oh, you do have to talk to her. Alright. It wouldn't be faster, but just something I'm curious about.
Polsaar looking really good, getting that first try snatcher basket. That was pretty good.
Yeah, because I kind of won't be going for it, which I
Oh, and then
respect.
he bongs.
That except is probably one of the harder tricks in the run, and missing it once loses like 25 seconds or so.
Yeah, overall in total, I think it's like about around 25 to 30 seconds from getting the back skip to not getting it, like kind of just did.
These paintings, like, Pulsar makes it look easy, but it's so hard to get them to land where you want them to. Remember my casual playthrough, it took me like 5 tries just to get one of them.
Yeah, they can be very sketchy sometimes and tricky to land on where you want.
Hitboxes
Like,
are also hard.
Yeah, sometimes they will like hit the boxes and they will like jump around all over the place.
Sometimes they'll land on like the wood of the fire instead of in the fire.
Yeah, that too.
That's probably the more annoying one.
Alright, so the reason he took damage is because he's gonna perform a death bar right now, like he just did. That saves I think 2 seconds if done optimally, because he doesn't need to watch the.
But I don't know for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, the reason it saves time is because he doesn't need to watch the telescope cutscene to get into the level again.
Alright, Pulsar's doing another trick as well right now, called cutscene skip. As you saw with the red firewalls, whenever you throw the paintings into a fire, you get a little cutscene. By just messing with the camera like this, you can just get the cutscene to play as you enter the well. Saves about 2 to 3 seconds over watching it. It is very risky though, because if you mess it up, it's possible. It's not officially a soft lock, but you will pretty much won't be able to do 2 of the levels in the realm, and I'll have to find a different one to do.
Yeah, you will need to do Alpine pretty much.
Yeah, what you could have done Toilet and Snatcher before the quick kill was discovered, but now that's part of the route.
Or Parade.
Everyone's favorite level.
Yeah.
At least personally, like, I still don't go for it in general, just because I don't think the risk is worth it. Hard is not hard though. I probably should learn it, but it's something in a race. It's definitely something I wouldn't go for.
I had trouble doing it because I didn't know how it worked properly, but it's really easy to do.
It's literally honestly for me. I always set it off just right away, so I just had to relearn my muscle memory to not activate the cutscene. That's honestly my biggest problem with it.
Polsaar looking pretty good so far.
He's, I think, like I said, heating up's still probably been his worst level, and even that, like, that was for his standards probably pretty bad, but overall it wasn't terrible.
I think that was pretty good actually.
I think he got a 153. Which, like I said, it's not a bad time, but I think he just knows he can do a lot better.
Oh, you mean he did not? Yeah.
Like, heating up is probably his only, like, bad level
Yeah.
so far.
Bad level so far, yeah. Alright, so now Paul is gonna do MDS or Military Servers, which is the only chapter that we do with mouse and keyboard. You can probably
Unless
guess
you're an
why.
actual good player, like me, and actually plays the whole run with the keyboard.
Okay, oh yeah. Unless you're like Cheese and Doka.
No, but most runners only do this level with keyboard. It's just their preference.
It's way
This-
faster and way easier.
This level is just a nightmare with controller, though. Like, if inverted controls, it's just slow to move the cursor to actually aim. It's just not a fun time. So you saw there, Polsaar was able to grab the timepiece before the contract popped up, which just let him go back to menu. Not menu, back to hub. And I think Konasumi did the same thing for Sokan Well, but I just wasn't watching.
No, for well we don't get it anymore. We used to get it though.
Kona didn't do backstep, so he still could have.
Yeah. Since we started doing backseat, we don't get the contract at the end of the wall. So we can't do that.
So can we get to see this new toilet quick kill? I don't know if I want to count Toilet as a boss anymore because of this, but I guess technically he is.
Yeah, technically he's a boss, but he's a joke right now with this new strat that Doug discovered.
Exciting fight.
And that's it. That was the level.
As you can see, Toilet is a very hard boss to beat. There is another quick kill we used to do for the all-time pieces category where we would sort of just play through the first two phases of the fight. And that quick kill was actually pretty difficult. But we had heard that some people had supposedly gotten a better quick kill earlier on. So, we would always look every once in a while, but we couldn't find anything. And then all of a sudden we get a screenshot of someone getting an earlier quick kill. So we look, and all of a sudden Doka just found that. It was like 5 in the morning. I was trying to go to sleep. It was a good day.
Both players doing kind of like a different route. I don't know why Kona went for Manor first, but
That's probably just for, I guess, like a consistency thing. I think he,
I
yeah,
guess
he got the
so.
route. He's just going to be doing the same route. I know that, personally, it's a little awkward to get in the contract in MDS for Toilet.
I guess, but it's still faster. That's why I'm wondering, but...
Alright, so it looks like Kona's going to be doing the riffs before he continues doing more of the act levels.
Oh, I guess that's fair, Sonic. That makes sense then.
There's no need to try a strat you don't know how to do and lose like 20 seconds. So this is the pipe time rift on Kona screen. This one, the cycle without that cog that Kona just jumped off of, it's kind of tight to make, but it's one of the more lenient cycles in the time rifts. There's not really much else to say about it, just hook shots, jumps, and dive boosts. Looks like Polsaar's about to go and do the same level. There's a lot of freedom for routing in a subcon forest, so there's a bunch of different ways you could see people do these levels.
Oh, the bonk.
Next up we'll see Kona going for the village time rift. This is, I want to call it one of the harder time rifts, but it definitely has its challenges. I think the last jump is definitely one of the trickier ones to get used to. Kona made small mistakes, but he's been playing fairly consistently this run, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely. Both players have been playing pretty well in my opinion, but Polsaar is playing out of his mind at the moment.
Yeah. Amazing if we could see him get a race PB. Considering how badly his last one went. We're finally at the village time rift. That's probably the furthest time rift away. At least at 90%. So, Village doesn't have a really big cycle to it, it just has some of these spinning platforms. It's really the only main cycle to it.
Oh, no, Kona.
I've done that before, like, I did that thinking I would get a, like, I would just grab the ledge, but you can't grab that ledge for some reason.
Yeah, you can grab it for some reason, I have no idea why.
It's just...
Polsaar going for the TSJ. For the entrance. So
this jump Kona here is doing is the hardest jump in the rift. Makes it with pretty much no problem. You can do it without hitting the bell. As you can see, he didn't even touch the platform when you grab the timepiece. But it's just for a little safety. I definitely understand that. I still hit the bell. Unless you go just full IL strats, it's only like a half second slower maybe to hit the bell.
Yeah, I think it loses 1.5 seconds to hit it, or 1 second.
They are doing the same route, but it looks like they're just doing the levels in a different order. Kona's choosing to do mail delivery and toilet later. Polsaar is doing them earlier.
Yeah, I think it's like a minute ahead, probably.
Maybe a little more, maybe like a minute 20. It's hard to tell until they both finish subcon. Because Kona still has to do toilets, so that's an additional like 30 something seconds.
Alright, so Polsaar is gonna do another boss, which is the final boss for subcon. And he's gonna perform a quick kill here. Which
You're
is...
only not supposed to be able to hit him until you he like starts doing like this attack like we'll see at the end. But his hitbox sticks out a tiny bit, so we can just start hitting him. And if you have your resolution set to 720p, then it's just really easy to hit him.
Yeah, the hitbox is much bigger for some reason in 720.
Unless your name is Yoshi and you get it better in 1080, but... So normally when you hit him with that potion, that's when you're supposed to be able to start hitting him, and still not even when he's in the part in the center. But we still hit him. It is possible to kill him before the potion. However, it's not ideal. He has something like 2,500 HP, and it's a soft lock if you kill him. So we just wait for the potion.
Ooh, Kona having a little bit of trouble finding the timepiece, but
It's a really weird spot that it spawns. I got
Yeah.
used to it just from go right, and it's pretty much right there. I know with the old toilet quick kill, I never knew where it spawned in the slightest.
oh no, with the only toilet quick kill, it was like impossible to find it.
So that contract was probably the best part of this game. At least personally, I think that. After, get rid of the date when you copy and paste it.
Wow, after
This is the second time you've done this. So Kono's doing the Snatcher quick kill now. Oh, make a quick note. Polsaar had a low time of 24:53, giving Snatcher.
Ooh, getting that good burger RNG.
When you only have the one relic, it doesn't really matter, but those relics will spawn in any order. So when you have 11 of them, it's just a pain to find them. But it's ideal to get the
Polsaar
one weapons first right away.
Polsaar is definitely on 44 pace at the moment. If he keeps on this pace, he'll definitely get up 44.
A lot can go wrong, but hopefully he will stay on this base.
Ooh, okay.
That bird will catch you so quickly, it's not
Yeah.
even funny.
Smart move to wait a little bit there.
It's better to wait though like 2 seconds than to
Ooh,
get caught
missing.
and lose like the 30.
Missing the SDJ twice there.
So it looks like there's roughly a 2.5 minute gap right now.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that
He's
Kona's
quite
playing
ahead.
bad at all, it's just Polsaar's been on fire.
He's been playing really, really good today.
We need to...
Alright, let's see if Kona can get the good burger RNG.
Oh, he doesn't.
Oh!
Okay.
They've all saved the like half second from not having to go
Yeah.
right to get the first relic. That can make and break runs. Alright, Pulsar's about to do what is apparently the hardest level in the run for me. I don't know, last time I played I lost 30 seconds. Great times. That's supposed to be a consistent level for me. Murder on the Express.
It's a pretty straightforward level in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not hard. I just missed literally every jump.
Yeah, some of the jumps can be pretty easy to fail.
This level also features probably one of the biggest sequence breaks in the game.
Oh yeah. You're like supposed to actually collect like 5 evidence in this level, doing it casually. But we can skip all of that, but just doing a little skip that Polsaar is gonna do in a little bit.
Alright, so here's this big sequence break. Oh, he's doing the Doka. Ah, he's trying the Doka door strat.
Oh yeah, he failed it,
mark.
but
And that's the sequence break. We jump on that bookshelf, gives us the extra height to reach this button. So we don't have to go through like 7 train rooms. And just get up here.
yeah, we essentially just keep like half
We
the
almost
level.
got that.
Yeah.
So because of that sequence break, the game sort of gets confused and tries to teleport us back. Or something like that. And it's actually possible to make it to that door before it teleports you back, but it's extremely hard. Yeah, that's a pretty good murder overall.
Yeah, that was a pretty good rule. So you're supposed to actually grab at least one evidence, but if you don't grab any, the guilty is will be, how do you pronounce his name? Schmuck?
That's what they say. Whenever,
Yeah.
whenever you want to frame someone, say, "Are you sure it's this schmuck?"
Oh yeah. So we don't really need to collect any evidence, and that saves quite a bit of time actually.
Just collecting one because is a huge waste because it shows the picture of who you've had to frame, and I think it's like 5 seconds or something like that. I haven't collected one in a couple months, but so I could be completely off. But
I remember when I started playing the game, I didn't know I could like not collect that evidence on the last room, and I used to collect it every time.
there's actually an achievement in the game to not collect any, so I sort of figured it that way.
It is hard, thank you. Oh, the pond.
It's one of those levels that like it isn't hard unless you're trying to get a really good time. Then all of a sudden it becomes impossible. Just because there's so many small things, so many like just extreme die boosts, hard bonks to avoid. This one die boost at the end is probably one of the hardest die boosts in the run.
Yeah, it needs to be really close to the edge for you to get it.
That one.
And Polsaar got it, yeah.
Like even though we got it extremely close to the edge, that barely even made it.
The run of this level is, I don't know if it's new, like recently new, but we used to do a different route with this level.
We figured this one out a week or two after this tournament started, so it's been a little bit over a month and a half, I want to say. Maybe closer to just 1 month.
Yeah, I came back from my hiatus from Hat, and you guys were doing a different route. And I was so confused.
That's what happens when you take a break.
A gallery can be quite tricky, in my opinion. One of the hardest rifts to do.
This strat that Polsaar is doing is interesting. I still have to practice it. Like, I personally need to change my controls to actually learn this strat.
Oh, going for this J.
Yeah, so I'm going for that in practice right before this. Like, gallery can either be a really easy level or a really hard level, depending on what strat to go for. All for like 3 seconds. So we'll actually see Kona going for the older strat that Inu was talking about earlier. The good thing about the older route is that you don't have to worry about that die boost. You can do one from that roof to grab that yarn, but it's even that's an easier die boost, honestly.
Yeah, the reason Pulsar did the route like backwards is because it saves a little cutscene that plays at the beginning.
For some reason, if you grab the second endorsement twice, the dog spawns on top of the statue, so you can talk to DJ Grooves one time.
That was the reason.
Yeah. Another thing Doka found?
Props to Doga for finding pretty much everything that we use in this game.
If you see a strat, you can assume it's Doga's. So what Pulsar's doing right now is, in my opinion, the hardest rift in the run.
I wouldn't say it's the hardest, but it's really easy to mess up.
If you make a small mistake, it's like a 5-second time loss.
Yeah, it's one of the
so heavily cycle based.
Yeah, this is the most cycle based rift. All of them are cycle based except the moon that we don't do anymore. But
I mean, Curly Tail Charlie isn't either. But
well, you don't.
That's
we never did it. Yeah.
So that cycle where you rode the cog, I guess what you call it, up to the where you jumped on the lamppost, right before that cycle he had to make, and it's a really tight cycle. We have Kona with my favorite hat and Polsaar with my favorite color. Ooh, did Polsaar enter the wrong level?
Yes, he did.
I was looking at chat.
Actually, it's really easy to mess up. That happens to me pretty often. Like, if the mouse is a little bit too much to the left, you're gonna enter the rift now. It's instead of entering the rain rush.
Yeah.
We didn't have this before, but
Battle of the Birds is one of the harder telescopes to menu in.
Oh.
I think this is probably his biggest mistake all run so far.
That's gonna be quite interesting now because this rift, this level is actually cycle based. It's on a clock cycle. It's like running the whole time, so it's gonna need to change his strat a little bit. I think. Okay, never mind. He got it.
I don't know how this level works, so I swear just do it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's running on a clock cycle. Like the level is running the whole time.
Only the first 2 rooms and the last room have any cycle to them. I don't even know the last room works in the first place, so. So Kona had he looks like he had a fairly good Owl Express. He didn't get first cycle, but he didn't make any major mistakes.
Hey Kafka, that's toxic.
Alright, so now we're done with Battle of the Birds.
So we're gonna go back to Mafia Town now.
To do some, I don't want to say hard levels, but especially for beginners, they're definitely some of the well, I mean, one of them is a challenging one anyways.
I will say the only one challenging for beginners is Man Room, but only if you try to go for the first cycle. Otherwise, I think it's very straightforward. Cheating the race can be pretty annoying, though. I used to have a lot of trouble when I was new to the game.
Yeah, cheating the race is pretty much just optimized movements. So it's not too precise movement, but
to be fair, with the recent strats, it's quite easy. Back in the days when we tried for the first time, like there was like no optimized movement, so it was like 10 times harder.
And I remember just watching some videos of and then comparing it to like how it's done now. It's definitely a lot more you can mess up and still get it. So Polsaar's right now doing the only purple rift we will probably ever see in any percent. The goal of these purplers is just collect these enough rift pawns to unlock. I don't know what I want to call these things, honestly.
Yeah, just gold pawns, I guess.
No, the things you use to get to the next floor.
Yeah, the pawns, the little gold pawns.
No, I know those. I think those are called rift pawns. I'm talking about the thing you jump in to get to the next floor.
Oh yeah. Okay. Never mind. Oh, Paul didn't get the DSJ. That was unlucky.
Yeah, the thing that thing. You want to unlock those with enough of these golden rift pawns. In some of the other ones, we grab a little extra just because it's faster that way. But this one, we grab exactly enough per floor. You can actually die boost out that statue Polsaar was standing on, but it is extremely difficult. I don't know if... Is it? Actually, has anyone ever made that since the speedrunning beta? I have no idea.
I actually have no idea. I didn't play this running beta.
I know it was people did it then, but I don't know if anyone's done it since.
So in Chain the Race, you're probably gonna see two different routes. I'm pretty sure Polsaar does forward CTR.
I'm pretty sure it does, yeah.
Which is, I think, 1 or 2 seconds faster. I'm not entirely sure if done properly.
Username has gotten a 27.5, probably faster, honestly. I don't know what the fastest backwards is.
Get ready. Go.
Oh,
But it's about a second faster with current strats. Oh, it is only 1 second? Okay. Kona's having a bit of unfortunate luck with this room. This is a very challenging room. These guys are very hard to deal on these spinning meat things. They're very hard to work with.
Ooh, okay. That was looking very sketchy. So this is gonna be the last rift that... Oh no.
Ooh.
The last rift that the Boris players are gonna do, but Polsaar just failed that. Costing him...
It's a very hard level. Like,
yeah.
these birds alone make it ridiculous, but some of the jumps are pretty hard as well. Alright, it's possible to avoid that checkpoint, but it's smart to just grab it, especially if you're not feeling like the jumps.
That costed like 12 seconds, I think. No, more than 12 seconds. That was pretty unfortunate. If you fail on this room, in this level 1s, you lose a bunch of time.
That was like 15 seconds, I think it was almost, off of... assuming he'd get like a 17.
Oh, Kona actually entering the wrong level. Alright, so...
Well, he almost did it again.
So... Polsaar is gonna go to the final stage in the game. And the reason why we play on this version of the game, which is 1.0, he's gonna do a big skip that is what we call finale skip, which saves a lot of time overall compared to the current route, compared to the current version, sorry.
It's about... No one's actually done like fast runs of this level without the skip. But you can get within about 35 seconds, as far as I know, without it.
Well, to be fair, it used to be one of the reasons why we only play on 1.0, but then the devs started patching a lot of the skips, and now it's pretty much impossible to play on current version. But this was the main reason back in the days for playing on 1.0.
Yeah.
So essentially, the last level is a huge platforming level, which is pretty hard to do.
Oh. And that's why those birds are evil if you're watching Kona's screen.
Yeah. He got boobed.
Yeah, but anyways, for finale, it actually is a pretty fun level to do normally. Unfortunately, it's pretty slow.
Yeah, it's very, very slow. So what we do instead is we just clip to the left, and now we're...
I did not know you could jump from there.
Yeah, you can.
Learn something new every day.
I just did a sprint jump there. I think it's like faster. So here's what we call the slides. And on the slides, there's actually two invisible walls that Pauls is gonna try to skip. One coming up right now, and he got it. There is another one coming up on this arc in the roof, and there's a huge hole that he is gonna need to... Okay, he got it. Wow, Pauls is actually on fire today.
Yeah, I think like Mailroom and like Train Rush were the biggest mistakes.
Yeah.
Maybe heating up. Yeah, but what Pulsar just did, it's pretty hard to do. But if you practice it enough, it's... I don't know. Finale's weird. Like, getting past those walls can become fairly simple if you do it enough, but sometimes Finale just throws up another wall in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, Finale is pretty weird.
I mean, to be fair, we're running on top of the roof we're not supposed to be on, so I guess it makes sense that's not coded perfectly well.
Alright, Paul's looking pretty good for that PB pace. I'm
Was
not
he
sure if
at
this is 44.
No, he has a
Yeah.
45, I know that.
Yeah, I don't know if this is 44 though.
According to
I'm
Chad, he was 10
not
seconds
entirely
off.
sure.
He had 10 seconds leeway before Mailroom, so it looks like it's not possible.
Oh, okay.
I think he has a... I want to say a 45-21 is his PB, but I could be wrong. Hey, I was right.
Well, depending on how good his Finale was on his PB, he can still PB.
Yeah, no. As long as he doesn't get... As long as Mustache Girl doesn't troll him, he should be fine for his PB.
It's looking pretty good so far. Alright, so now comes the second instant of RNG in the game. The first one being that with the Mafia, and the second one being this, the cherries that Mustache Hero can give you.
Honestly, it's RNG if the fight works in the first place or not.
Yeah.
To be real.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, Kona's doing his full slides now.
Wow, okay, kinda.
Alright, and he gets it.
And he got it. Wow.
Polsaar's not getting very good luck here, unfortunately.
Yeah. Was that a tutorial? Tutorial?
I think this is the third cherry right now. Yeah, I think that was a 3.
Okay, yeah. Well, 3. Oh no, Kona.
Oh no.
Oh, that is
Finale is a hard
a
level.
huge rip.
Yeah.
He forgot to press jump. That was so unlucky.
I was watching the cherries to see what he got, but it looked like he
Yeah.
was sliding down the wall. Maybe he accidentally dive boosted into it, so he didn't have a jump. I don't know exactly what happened.
Hmm. Unfortunately, Pose can't PB anymore, but it's still a 45. Oh, okay. He could actually PB, but that part just messed.
Finale was just awful. The final phase was not a good final phase.
Yeah. Actually, if he got a really good final phase, it's gonna be a PB for sure. I think.
Nah, he's not gonna get. He missed it already.
getting buffers from Pol's stream, but ah, 44-34. Not a bad time for him.
That was 13 seconds off his PB. Alright, is that issues with Speed Gaming reading his stream, or did he just alt tab out of the game?
Kona's.
Alright, well, Kona's now in final phase.
Ooh, getting that triple hit.
In the fight. My bad. So now, even if Kona dies here, he'll just respawn in the fight, so he'll be good. What is Kona's PB? Does he still have the 40?
I just realized if Kona didn't fail finales by doing that, he was gonna PB as well. I don't think he can PB now though, but
I don't know, because I know you. Last I checked, there's like a 49-22. I don't know if he ever beat that or not though.
I think not, but I'm not sure.
Oh, so 28. Where'd I get 22 from? Either way, Kona did have a really good run until he failed finale slides. Or finale in general, actually, wasn't even slides.
Very solid run for him. It's just that failing finale is a huge time loss. Like, failing the slides is already like 40 seconds lost, which is pretty bad.
I think he also had some issues climbing in the first place. I saw him there, like twice. I could be wrong with that. Maybe I was just imagining that. But even just dying where we did was a minute and a half at least. Either way, Kona did have a really good run until he failed finale slides. Or finale in general, actually, wasn't even slides.
Very solid run for him. It's just that failing finale is a huge time loss. Like, failing the slides is already like 40 seconds lost, which is pretty bad.
I think he also had some issues climbing in the first place. I saw him there, like twice. I could be wrong with that. Maybe Kona's now in the final phase, so it won't be long until he's done as well. Where we did was a minute and a half at least. Either way, Kona did have a really good run until he failed finale slides. Or finale in general, actually, wasn't even slides. Yeah, I think Kona definitely would have had a pretty nice PB if he didn't fail slides right there.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the audio in the commentator stream. I'm starting to hear ourselves as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on as well.
I distributed mine. It's unfortunate though. Yeah, Kona, go for it. Polsaar, if you can join as well if you're here.
Yeah, you can both join. Hey, Pols. Congratulations on your win.
Hey, thanks.
And hey, Kona.
Hello.
very close to get a PB for you, Pauls. That was unfortunate.
Really a
Yeah.
very solid run for most of it. There's like what, 3 splits were bad? Like train rush, heating up, and like mailroom.
Yeah, I guess. Heating up wasn't as bad as it looked. Like, I lost maybe like, I don't know, like 7 seconds there. I lost,
That was still your worst level in
15.
Mafia Town, aside from RNG.
Yeah. I lost 15 seconds in mailroom.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
You win.
Excuse me.
Hey, Connor.
I lost 7 over the course of Battle of the Birds. At least according to my PB, I lost more time, like realistically. But
No, you accidentally, like I said, I think Battlebirds, the worst part was just accidentally entering AliExpress.
Oh yeah, you entered the wrong level trying to get into the train rush. I gotta ask, Conan, what happened there on Finale?
I lost maybe.
Did you forget to press jump?
I did it too late, and I died. It was very embarrassing.
That was right when Polsaar was doing cherry face, so I was sort of checking, seeing how many cherries he was getting while he did that. And I just look over and I just see you die. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I did the button press too late, and since I only had 1 health, I just died.
Rip.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we saw you got the slides like perfectly, and then you died to that, and we were so confused.
Yeah, it happens. Whatever.
Con, have you beaten your speedrun.com time yet, or is it you still have the 49:28?
I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
That would have been a pretty good PB if you had didn't die right there then.
Yeah, I'm really satisfied with how I played overall. I don't feel like I made too many big mistakes, which is pretty good. I know I entered the wrong level once when going to cheat in the race.
Polsaar did that in Battlebirds, so even though
What?
he entered Barrel Battle instead of going to cheating in the race. Well, so I was saying you entered AliExpress trying to go to Train Rush.
Oh yeah. It's weird. That's been happening more often than it should. I don't know why it's been happening so often.
Yeah, that's just a weird one to have happen.
I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Like, I mean, I guess I sort of understand it, but it's still weird. That would have been pretty good
Yeah.
if you had didn't die right there then.
Yeah, I'm really satisfied. Overall, I'm really happy with how I played. I did the best I could, and that's all I can do. Congrats to Polsaar on that win.
Thanks.
Overall for both, I think that was a pretty good run.
Yeah, I was actually 44 pace coming out of Battle of the Birds, but then I
Mailroom.
Yeah, basically mailroom. A little bit of finale as well, but by the time I got to finale, I didn't really care if I was 44 or not. I just wanted to secure the 45. I was only 5 seconds off my PB, so it was pretty. That was pretty close.
I had a 45:21.
I do have a 45:21. Oh yeah, that's
That's a little more than 5 seconds there.
yeah. Anyways, I was doing very well that run, I think, except for a few things.
Overall, though, that's just
So,
like, especially like the first 3 splits, you were playing amazing.
oh yeah, my split time coming out of Barrel Battle was 408.12, which is very good. It's like my 3rd best ever, I think.
Yeah, it
So,
sounds
that
like
was
you
cool.
played very, very well, Polsaar.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad to have been able to play well.
45:21.
Yeah. GG, Kona.
Yeah, and good luck to you in the rest of the winners bracket.
Thank you very much.
I also got both the quick kills first try for the first time ever in a run. Very, very happy, very pleased about that.
Nice. Oh yeah, my split time coming out of Barrel Battle was 408.
But besides that, I don't really have much else to add.
Very good. It's like my 3rd best ever, I think.
Polsaar, anything else you want to say, or that covers it?
Shout outs to my boy Arking.
Yeah, big shout outs to him.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. See you guys later.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Yeah, and good luck to you in the rest of the winners bracket.